Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coffee with Carrie. I'm Carrie LeZotte, your Director of Cable and Community Relations here in Bloomfield Township. And today we have a special guest. Usually we talk to people who help make Bloomfield Township a great place to live, work, and play. And we are actually talking to one of those people today because with us we have one of our neighbors, our neighbor to our south, which is Franklin Village. We have our police chief, Curt Lawson.
Great to be here.
Thank you. Welcome. And currently the interim village manager.
Wearing several hats right now, that's for sure.
How is that? How is that? Busy?
It is busy. I knew going into it was going to be challenging. Certainly you're going into a job that you've never done before, but I think I have some talents that help me succeed, and we can talk more about that later about how I brought a team in that's really helped me, I think, succeed.
Mm-hmm. When you say you brought a team in, like what team is this that you're talking about?
So Heather Midlowski, she is the wife of one of my lieutenants. She was a former clerk at Franklin, so she agreed to come on and help me.
Oh, how
and
lucky.
my executive assistant, Stephanie Longworth, is helping me with FOIAs, because we've had quite a few FOIAs since I took over, and those are always challenging and labor-intensive. And then Jenna, who is our building clerk, has really stepped up, and really the four of us have worked really well together, and I think we've accomplished quite a bit in a short period of time.
Great. And for people that don't know, a FOIA is the Freedom of Information Act.
Yes.
And that enables people to ask questions when they have anything that's going on in government about paperwork, emails, anything of that nature.
The purpose of it is to have transparency in government. So when you FOIA or ask us for our Freedom of Information Act, we try to provide you as much as we can legally so you understand what's going on in your local government.
Right. And that's why we exist here in community television as well, is to provide people a record of meetings that happen and everything that's discussed.
Exactly.
So this is a little unusual to have all of these positions open at the same time. So I guess we want to answer people's question, which is what happened in that the city manager resigned and the clerk and the office manager was also everybody left at the same time because there some tension between them and the trustees. Is that what?
Well, I can't really speak to whether there was tension or not. I wasn't there in the office at the time or part of those conversations. But
if you watched the meetings, there was some.
There's always tension in politics and in government. I think that that's to be expected. I think all three of them are talented individuals. And I think that they're all going to land on their feet just fine. And I think they left for several different reasons, and that's for them to expand on, not myself.
Right. Well, we love Meg. She did a great job as economic development director, and then when she came on as city manager, she was just like a big burst of energy, and she got a lot done. But now, I guess the trustees took the opportunity to create different positions. So maybe that'll, make things, I don't want to say easier for the city manager, but it'll be a different kind of position now. So what are the jobs that you're hiring for?
Well, first, let's talk about Meg, because you brought that up.
Let's talk about Meg.
I'm a huge fan of Meg.
Yeah.
I've been in a leadership position for, over 20 years
Nice
now.
redirect there.
Thank you. And I just think the world of her. She's young. She's extremely talented. She has the ability to communicate, multitask, a very hard worker. A fantastic leader. So she is certainly someone that the village is going to miss.
Yeah.
Now, as far as we move forward now that she's left to other horizons and other chapters in her life, we're going to replace the clerk, get a new village administrator, and a new position of the treasurer. And I think that treasurer position is going to take a lot off of the village administrator. So the treasurer is going to be obviously in charge of our financial well-being and our investments and end-of-the-year audits, but also is going to be able to help with the budget. And that Meg and I worked on the budget quite a bit, and it's just so time-consuming. So that allows the village administrator to look more at processes and new policies and efficiencies.
Yeah. It's probably my least favorite part of the job is looking at the budget and really trying to dig into the numbers and speaking a language that I don't really like very much, which is the Excel spreadsheet. So if people want to apply to these jobs, they have deadlines coming up. May 15th is for the
clerk and the treasurer.
And then August 15th, and then August 25th is for
the village administrator.
Okay.
So I can tell you already, and we just posted these positions with the job descriptions, we have a lot of great candidates, numerous candidates for the clerk's position, several for the treasurer, and I know that several of the people in the who have applied to be treasurer, very talented people. And then we have a few for the village administrator too. So I'm excited. I have a lot of confidence in the HR committee, which is David Goldberg and Pam Hansen and Abby Gates. They have a lot of talent and abilities, and they know exactly what they're looking for, and I'm sure they're going to find them.
So it'll be a pretty new team. I mean, you yourself, you've been there now as chief just a year and a year and a half in the village. So tell me a little bit about, for people that don't know Franklin Village, and what have you learned and what have you liked most about working there since you started?
So when you come to a new place, you don't always know what to expect, right? I grew up in the area, but it was a while ago. So when you come back and you're kind of unsure of what to expect, I can tell you that everyone was very welcoming. The residents from day one have been very welcoming to me. The trustees have been very supportive, and obviously my department has been supportive of me. I asked for 3 things when I came here from the village, and I said I wanted to increase training, I want to improve our equipment, and I want to give our people a good contract so we can retain talent and attract talent. And all of those things were accomplished in a very short time. So I have nothing but great things to say about the trustees, the board, and obviously the community.
And I think, so full transparency, I have a house in Franklin. And so I think that one of the goals, like with this new economic development position, it's been Meg was doing that herself, and now it's split again to a distinct position, which I think the people in the village really want to see more happen in the downtown. So that you're not doing that as chief, you're kind of doing it now as your interim role a little bit.
I am, but it's more of, at this point for me, because it's a short role of only a couple of months, is that I listen and I offer my suggestions. I think that it's vitally important, like you said, to bring tenants into that downtown area and to make that a destination point. I think we're on the right track with the Franklin Oystery and the Eatery and the Oystery restaurant. As I just ate there last night for my anniversary. It was fantastic.
Nice.
So we bring other businesses like that and other investments in the downtown district, and it's going to make a world of difference.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges? I mean, right now, this is probably a totally unanticipated challenge, but I guess before that, I mean, how's the budget?
Things are good. So, I mean, I think one of the reasons I was chosen to take this temporary role is that I have a history of working with budgets in West Bloomfield. I had a $21 million budget there. I worked on multi-million-dollar contracts and projects. So I had a little bit of background. But when you come into a role like this and you don't know necessarily the processes or where to look for the answers, it's just very time-consuming. So we've kind of taken the attitude, like a team concept, we're going to take one thing at a time, one bite at the apple at a time, and just do the best we can. And we've already found some ways to save money. We've rebid some contracts to save the village money, and we're working on just kind of stabilizing everything and getting ready for the new people that are going to come in.
As far as these new people, what do you think, what kind of candidates are you looking for? What is going to make them stand out?
Well, I think what we've done is we've taken our time, making sure that we have the job description right, and that we're getting it out to as many people as we can to attract the right people. And I think the right people are someone that is customer service oriented. They're able to communicate effectively and understand that the residents of Franklin demand transparency. We have some work to do within the village office on new policies and look at efficiencies and modernization. So I think that's where this village manager is going to come in and lead the team in a proactive approach to get us to where we need to be by developing, strategic goals with the board. And that's the person we're looking for. Like a lot like Meg, who had that ambition, that energy, and the smarts to do it. So we're looking for a person like that, and I'm pretty sure we're going to find one.
Well, good. I'm sure that we will. I'm sure you will. As far as like the campus, it's like really tiny and compact and very cute. Right across from the post office, the library, the police station, and the city manager, all right in that one little area.
It's
right?
very quaint.
It is
I say in the
yeah.
winter, it's like being in like a Hallmark movie. And I look out my window
totally
and it's
is.
snowing and there's a deer standing there. It's amazing. But it's also in the local government. There's a lot going on. The residents are very passionate about Franklin, and they're very passionate about what goes on in government. So you have to be on your A game all the time.
Any final words? Anything else to add?
No, I would just say that, to the village residents and those that are watching, that I think that there's a good team in place, and that's not just me, but it's, Heather and Stephanie and Jenna. They're doing an amazing job. And I'm very confident that the people that we bring in here is going to be an exciting new chapter, and it's going to move us forward as a village.
Yes, and on to 2026 and beyond.
That's correct.
Right. All right. Well, thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you again, I'm sure. We're going to visit with the next new village administrator when that person starts.
Thanks for having me.